back to my channel. Let's get started. So I'm going to start off by moisturizing my face with my favorite Pond's moisturizer for dry skin. Then we're going to get started with our eyebrows first using the Dip Brow Pomade by Anastasia Beverly Hills in dark brown. And you're going to want to use an angled brush. You can use any angled brush from any brand. I use Echo Tools, which is really inexpensive, that I get at, I believe, Ulta. You get them at Target too. And it really does the job. So any angled brush works. And I do have a separate tutorials on how I do my eyebrows. So you can feel free to look that up under my channel. Now to define our eyebrows a little bit, I like to use a bit of concealer. Here I'm using the Age Rewind Concealer by Maybelline. You can use whatever brush you may have. It could be angled or just a small tip brush. I feel like when you use a concealer under your eyebrows, it really cleans it up, gives it a sharper look, and it really makes the look come together. Now we're going to prime our eyes with our Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. So for our transition color, I'm going to be using the Semi-Sweet Chocolate Bar palette, and I'm going to go ahead and get the color Mousse and apply it all over my lid with a small fluffy brush. I believe this one that I'm using here is from e.l.f. Again, very inexpensive, and you can get these at any drugstore. Then with my BH Cosmetics fluffier brush, it's like a blending brush, I'm just going to blend out any harsh areas to get rid of any lines. I think blending is key to make your eyeshadows look very nice. Then with a smaller shader brush, from here I'm using Echo Tools. We're going to use again from our chocolate bar palette the color Licorice, which is a black color that we're going to use on the outer corners. So you're just going to slowly pat it on little by little and just really bring it in with a fluffier brush. So these brushes from Echo Tools come with basically 2-in-1. So I use the smaller tip to apply it, and then I use the fluffier brush to blend it out and bring it in more towards the center. With our Urban Decay Electric palette, and we're going to use the brush that comes with it. It's like a flatter brush, and we're going to get the color Chaos, which is a deep royal blue that we're going to use and apply it all over our lid. We don't want it to go anywhere above where we already put the black. So I'm just going to pack it on little by little to get the consistency of how dark I really want the blue. I want it really, really bright, so I just pack on more, and this is, again, depending on your preference. If you want a little bit more bright, a little bit lighter, this is where you would decide you want to pack it on, or maybe once you see the desired color, you'll stop where you're at. So after we have applied the color Chaos, you really want to blend. So use whatever fluffy brush you have, either the Echo Tools that I have or the BH Cosmetics blending brush that I have, and just really blend all your colors together, the royal blue, Chaos, and the black together so it doesn't look that it's separated in any way. Now we're going to get started on our face, concealing our dark circles, and I'm using, of course, my BH Cosmetics palette. And this is I think it's the only color they have in that palette, which is a little bit of an orange color. You can use any color to conceal your dark circles, but I use this color because I feel like it works best for me. Then we're going to start with our foundation, and you can use any foundation that works for you. You don't necessarily have to use the foundation I'm using, but it's the Estee Lauder Double Wear. And I'm using, of course, my favorite brush to apply foundation from Sephora. And you could use whatever brush you may have available. And then to cover our dark circles a little bit more, we're going to use our concealer. And I'm using the Age Rewind Eraser from Maybelline. And whatever left concealer I have, I just put a little bit on my cupid's bow, my nose, and my forehead just to kind of highlight those areas. Then we're going to start with our liquid liner, and I'm using the Almay liquid liner that you can get at any drugstore as well. And to wing it out a little bit, I like to use, I believe it's from Revlon, it's the Super Slim. And it has a very, very firm tip, so it makes it a little bit easier to really wing it out. It's just easier application, I believe. Then after we apply the liquid liner, I like to use my Victoria's Secret eyeliner pencil, and it's just black, but I think they may have discontinued these eyeliners. I'm not completely sure. So, but you can use any eyeliner that you think works best. I go back in with my liquid liner and I put it on my waterline because I feel like it makes it a little bit more darker, and I like that look. Then you can use your favorite mascara and apply about a coat before we apply our false lashes. Right here I'm using the Lash Stiletto from Maybelline. Then I go back and apply just a little bit more of the Chaos color just to make it appear a little bit more brighter, and just blend the Chaos color with the black just to kind of blend them in together. Now to contour our face a little bit, I like to use the Fit Me by Maybelline in shade 360, and I'm using my angled brush from e.l.f. I just use this to really warm up my face a little bit more, kind of define my face a little bit more, and I love this color. I feel like it makes it look a little bit more natural, and sometimes if your foundation is a little bit too light, this will really warm it up and you won't be able to tell that it's too white. Then with my powder brush from Real Techniques, I like to just blend everything together. So my concealer that I use with my bronzer and just blend it in all together. Now we want to highlight the cheekbones and my nose a little bit and Cupid's bow. Sometimes you can even put a little bit on your forehead. I didn't this time, but I love this highlighter. It's from Too Faced and it's kind of like glow. Now we're going to get going with our lips. I decided to do a nude lip. It's by Maybelline in number 920 Nude Lust. Now to get started on our falsies, we're going to use my favorite glue, Duo Eyelash Adhesive in clear white. And I'm using some e.l.f. lashes, which is the first time I try them, and I wore them all that day and I love them. And you just really need the lash glue and a pair of lashes and some tweezers to really help you apply them. I will be making a tutorial on how I apply my eyelashes, so stay tuned for that. So after you apply your lashes, we're going to go in with a little bit of your favorite. You can use whatever mascara you want. I'm using the Telescope mascara to just blend in my falsies with my natural lashes. Then with a powder brush, just blend everything together and the look is complete. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for my next video. Bye!